JT Kenny here. You know, I'm just coming off of winning the opener of the Walmart FLW Tour in 2015 on Lake Toho in Kissimmee, Florida. And you know, in practice, I really had these fish figured out. Those big ones, we were coming up on a moon. We had a warm front. Those big ones went to spawn, and they spawned a little bit deeper, you know, than a lot of the guys in the tournament were looking. A lot of the guys were actually trying to see the fish and up there in 18 or 20 inches of water. And I knew those big Florida females, they weren't going to spawn in that shallow water. They were going to be out there in like that 3 foot or so on, you know, on scattered reeds and arrowheads and even some lily pads. But what happened during the tournament, you know, they pulled up, and I found them in practice and shook them off and had them all marked on my GPS units. I knew exactly where to go. But of course, when the tournament came, the winds picked up. And there's one piece of equipment that if I wouldn't have had, there's no way, absolutely no way I could have won this tournament. It was my power poles. I would pull up, I'd have them marked right on a certain arrowhead or a certain reed clump where I knew there was a big fish spawning. I could use my power poles, I could stay way back, get upwind, I could pull down, stick both my power poles in the bottom. They would hold me right there, and I could make repetitive, long casts, staying way back away from the little isolated clumps of cover I was fishing, so that big fish didn't know I was there. But yet with the wind making everything difficult, repetitive cast to where I got it right exactly where I knew I needed it. And when I got it in there, she bit, and I brought home the hardware. But it wouldn't have been for my power poles holding me in position. There's absolutely no way I would have won that tournament. So if there's one thing that I can say is I won the tournament, not because of a rod or a reel or a bait. All that stuff played a factor, but if I had to pick one thing, it would be my power poles that brought home the title on Lake Toho.